In our previous lesson, we learned how to batch rename our files in our Animals Start folder here and batch rename some of our images. In this lesson, we're going to add keywords to some of these images so we can find them easier if we need to sort by using the filter panel here. Now think about this. If you have an organization and you have thousands of images, wouldn't it be nice to go through and spend the time to associate keywords with your images? So in our case, if we needed cats for our busy city pet sitters, if every image had a keyword named cat or perhaps dog, and we could even break those down into large dogs and small dogs, if you had a piece and you needed a small dog, you could simply go in and filter and get the small dogs immediately if we'd assign keywords. So let's do that. To make sure everybody sees the same thing, what I'd like you to do real quick is go to the Window menu and go down to Workspace. This will allow us to reset our workspace so everybody sees the same thing. I'm in the Essentials, okay, and if that's where you are also, I'm just going to choose Reset Workspace and get everything all nice and tidy. You might also need to click next to Sort by File Name in the path bar to make sure the files are listed in ascending order. So before we assign keywords, we actually need to create them. So I'm going to pop over here to the Keywords panel, and I am going to collapse the default keywords, and I see that the defaults are right here, and I don't really need those. I need to create my own. There's two ways to create, or actually two places to create keywords, right here in the panel menu, or you can use the icons at the bottom. I'm going to use the panel menu, and you'll notice here that you have two options. You have a new keyword and a new sub-keyword. Let's start by creating a keyword. Kind of think of this as the main category. So our new keyword might be dogs. So we'll type dogs and press enter. And again, we might think that, well, we have large dogs and we have small dogs, so why don't we create two sub-keywords inside of here so we can better place the proper keyword on our images. So from the panel menu again, let's just choose new sub-keyword. This time we can type small dogs and enter. And maybe one other sub-keyword, so I will just select dogs here at the top, go back to the panel menu and create a new sub-keyword, and this one will be large dogs. Alright, so now we have a keyword called dogs, and we have sub-keywords, large dogs and small dogs. What about cats? We'll go here to the panel menu again and choose new keyword. And cats will all fall into one category. Very nice, looks good. And let's do one other. Matter of fact, why don't we just name it other, because we've got some goats, O-T-H-E-R, other. All right, because we have goats, we have rabbits, and we have a variety of fish and lizards, and all those guys can be in the other category. All right, so that's the first step, creating the keywords. Now we need to select the image and assign the proper keywords to them. So let's do that. Here we have a goat, and a goat would probably be another. Okay, so I'm just, with the goat selected, I'm going to go over to the keywords and just click other. What you may notice is right here, the keyword has been assigned. You can actually see it depending on how Bridge is set up. If I go to View, if I went to Details, I'm in Thumbnails now. If we go over to Details, you can also see the keywords here. Notice right over here, this guy is an other. If you're not seeing a separate column for keywords, it's probably because you're zoomed in a little closer than I am, and the keyword will be under Color Profile. This guy here, he's a rabbit, so he's probably another also. Let's go ahead and attach that keyword so you can see that right here. All right. It looks like we have quite a few cats, so I believe if we hold our Command key down, and we'll just continue to scroll down. Matter of fact, we have quite a few cats here in a row. Believe it or not, this little guy in the swing, that's a Papillon dog. Kind of, most cats are bigger than him, but right now we have a few cats selected, so we'll go over to the keywords and assign cats. I kind of prefer working in thumbnails mode, so I'm going to go to View and go back to thumbnails so we can continue on adding our keywords to our other images. This guy is a dog. All right, so this guy, well, matter of fact, we'll do 2 rows at a time. So this guy's a dog. I'm going to hold down the Command key. If you're on a PC, you're going to hold down your Control key and grab our other photos that have dogs, focusing on these 2 rows here. And these guys are dogs, but some are big and some are small, so maybe I need to deselect the large dogs. And this guy is small, and this is small, so these guys are small dogs. Looks like we have a few more cats along the top row, so we'll select all of the cats. Just held down the Shift key there, selected the first and the last image, and those are cats. And these guys here on the second row that we're working with, these first 4 on my screen are cats as well. We'll assign the keyword cats to those. And I think now we have some large dogs. These 3 here are large. And we can continue the process all the way down our page. Now we do have quite a few images to work with, so to make this expedite just a little faster, I think maybe we should just focus on the small dogs. So let's do that. Let's select any other small dogs. Now I'm on a Mac today, so I'm going to hold down my command. Again, if you're on a PC, you're going to hold down your Control key, and any dog that looks small, let's go ahead and select him or her and put him or her into the small dogs category. All right, so here's a few images of some smaller dogs. Let's see, let's say he's small enough. And just go on down the list. Some lizards there. All right, there's a small dog. And I believe we have a few small dogs selected. We'll just add the small dogs keyword to those. And now we'll go over to the filter menu and see the benefit of adding keywords. All right, so we'll pretend that we've got thousands of images and we've taken the time to go in and create keywords and select the images and apply the keywords that were created. Great. Now a big project is due this Friday and we need small dogs, only small dogs, and we don't want to weed through hundreds of pictures, right, to find the small dogs. Here's where the filter panel comes in handy. So over in the filter menu, we would probably do us good to go ahead and collapse the categories that are there, right? And we would like to search by the small dog keyword. Since these guys are collapsed, you'll see keywords here, right? Keywords right here, and these are the keywords that are available. And we want to find all small dogs. So if we go right down here to the very end and click small dogs, Adobe Bridge is going to sort through all of those pictures and only give us the images that we are looking for. If I want to maybe add large dogs, I could choose large dogs, and the ones that we went in and applied the large dog keywords to will be returned in those results for us. Okay, so if we decide, you know what, don't want any of those, let's maybe uncheck large dogs and small. All of our images come back. Maybe we just need to see cats. So we select cats, and just like that, all of your cats come back. All right, deselecting all of these guys will give you all of your images back. And that's how keywords work. You first set up the keywords. Notice here, again, we had a keyword and a sub-keyword. That came in handy when we wanted to add additional keywords to our dogs. Some cases aren't like that, perhaps cats or maybe other, okay? Well, keywords are handy, but what if you decided that maybe you have some favorite images and you only want to see your favorites? In addition to using keywords, there are other things that you could use as well. Let's take a look. If we go up to the label menu, notice that we also have some other options. We have a star rating, some reject and no rating, and also some other labels. Now, the reason these are grayed out right now is because we didn't have anything selected. So here's what I'd like us to do. I would like you to go through and just pick out a few images that are your very, very favorite. They're so great that you might want to use these in maybe one of our InDesign projects, maybe in a flash banner, maybe even in our website a little bit later on. So what I want you to do is just take a second here, and if any of these guys are your favorite, select these guys. So I'm going to go down here to my little dash. Matter of fact, this guy here, I do believe he might need to be turned around. So let's rotate any of our images clockwise or counterclockwise if we need to. Okay, so let's get a few of our favorites. So we can hold down our command key and find some of our very favorite animals. And let's select our very favorites. So later on when we're in a hurry and we need to get through this pretty quickly, we can do so. So I'm just holding down the Command key, and I'm going to pick out a few of my very favorite animals. And this time, let's go to the Labels menu, and the ones that you have selected that are your very favorite, give those a 5-star rating. Okay, 5 stars, very favorite. Now what I want you to do is select a few more that, are your second favorite images. So again, I'm just going to hold down the Command key and select a few of these guys that might be my second favorite. And I'm going to go up to the Label menu again, and this time give these 4 stars. And I think you get the idea, right? Again, you could also give these guys approved or review and a few other labels if you wanted to. All right, so again, our deadline is Friday, and we know that we've gone through and we've given all of our favorites 5 stars. Is there any way to access those? Absolutely. Look over in the filter panel again, and this time instead of keywords, we don't actually want to even deal with keywords right now. We want to find all of our favorites that we've given a 5-star to, and there they are. What about our second favorites? Well, that is a 4-star. And now we have our second favorites. So taking the time to add keywords and any other labels will definitely help you in the long run when it is time to organize and sort and get directly to the images that you need to complete any of your Adobe projects.